I can already see all the doubtful faces of everyone reading that, but trust me, it's worth all the trouble. Yeah, I know they are high maintenance. They require more time to sleep than most species. But that's not the half of it. They also need a gravity generator set to its max, which takes up a lot in the electrical bill. And that's not even mentioning the fact that the construction materials of their part of the building need to be from Earth or other high-gravity planets to be able to sustain the pressure, and hire a good architect who does not, under any circumstances, underestimate the pressure. Please. But trust me when I say that it is worth all your trouble. Humans don't have the greatest reputation, I know. Being one of 3 species, out of 37 currently known sapient species, that see no ethical issues in eating meat, tends to get you that result. Even just writing that has given me chills in my spikes. However, I have learned something about them that shocked me at first. So let me tell you a little story about what my human employee, Inez, did that convinced me to hire her. I was in the bar just below my office in the 21st floor of one of the smaller buildings of Daysbelf Avenue in the Foljan's home world, Ferret, when a fight started between people of 2 different species. The first that started the fight was, ironically enough, the smallest of them all. You guessed it, it was a Foljan. Despite being so small that evolution was kind enough to give them wings, they can also be very temperamental. I beg you, dear reader, please don't use this to fuel the already common stereotypes against them. As someone who does business in their homeworld, I assure you that they are quite reasonable most of the time. Emphasis on most of the time, as the fight started because this Foljan in particular wanted the bar to be small to suit them better, completely disregarding the comfort of the other species, and the fact that the bar was made for other species and there were several others in the vicinity better suited for Foljans. But I digress. The situation escalated when a golly, a much taller species of which this person was especially tall in comparison to its own, had been drinking some ethanol. To those who don't know, or think I'm lying, the golly are one of 4 species in the galaxy who are able to drink ethanol without dying. I'm not joking, look it up. And yelled at the Foljan for acting in an outrageous way and being unfair. This is when Inez, the human, who was drinking some secret menu drink from the bar, all I can say is that it was orange, stood up and stepped in between them. She managed to calm them down in what felt like record time, but not before calling the Foljan a Karen, which I'm still not sure what it means since looking it up just told me it's a human name. Regardless, being able to calm down both parties and see the perspectives of different people, even from different species so quickly, left me in awe, and that's when I realized that that's exactly what I needed in my office. Obviously, the ability to do this is not impossible for any species, but the humans are masters of what is called pack bonding, and will save you so much trouble. My office prides itself on employing several different species to handle any problem. However, what would happen if a situation like this occurred? Or a client from a different species called and was angry? Or a Foljan contacted and my Foljan employee took a sick day? These thoughts kept me up at night, so I went to the same bar at the same time for a few days, until I finally found her again, and immediately offered her a job at my office. Thankfully, she accepted, since she had been fired from her previous job. Sadly, that's becoming very common as well, with humans not getting as many jobs, especially for jobs that we can all agree that they would excel at, like being bouncers, for example. What also happens is that they won't be able to afford their high gravity at home, which severely impacts their health. Sorry to tell you in your face, dear reader, but you're missing out if you don't get a human employee. They may be high maintenance, but also worth it. Note, I still don't know what the orange drink was. Inez just says, it's just orange juice, which I already know. I saw it and it was orange, but she still refuses to say its actual name. Looking it up on the galaxy wide web didn't help either. It only showed a deadly acidic concoction. But that couldn't be it.